There's Ibrahim Traoré, strong, determined, eyes burning with purpose, and behind him, something impossible. An electric military truck, a water-making machine, a fleet of tiny farming drones. It feels like a sci-fi movie unfolding right before your eyes. He stands in the dusty heat, the air heavy with expectation. The crowd hushes. In one sweeping motion, the electric war truck rumbles forward. There's no diesel roar, just a deep hum, a sound of clean energy echoing in the silence. That moment alone would be enough to send whispers around the world. But then, the water machine begins to drip, then spray, turning arid soil into living moisture. And overhead, drones lift off, hovering like curious birds scanning the earth. You can't help but feel a surge of pride. Pride in a bold imagination, in someone daring to rewrite what's possible. Because who would think a landlocked African nation, long mired in conflict and resource constraints, would dare to unveil all this? Yet there it is. We know who he is. Ibrahim Traoré, captain, military officer, and head of state in Burkina Faso since October 2022. He's young by global standards, yet he carries centuries of expectations on his shoulders: security, development, sovereignty. Day after day, the threats pile on: insurgency, poverty, climate stress, global pressure. Yet here he is, showing off machines that seem to defy his nation's limitations. But this is where the story gets more complex. When you dig deeper, the scene becomes more intricate. Yes, Burkina Faso has been acquiring military hardware, including drones, to strengthen its security. And yes, Traoré has officially handed over hundreds of vehicles and heavy equipment to brigades under government programs. But the sweeping narrative from these viral videos of electric war trucks, water-creating supermachines, and vast drone farms remains largely unconfirmed by independent sources. A thorough fact check reveals no credible evidence that Traoré has launched a full-scale electric vehicle conglomerate or a mass consumer tech empire. Some of these viral claims even appear to be digitally generated or enhanced. That doesn't mean there isn't real ambition behind it. It just means that, for now, we stand somewhere between imagination and verification. But whether it's myth, aspiration, or an early prototype, the symbolism is incredibly powerful. In movements and revolutions, visuals speak first. A single image of an electric war truck says, "We reject dependency. We build." A drone over farmland whispers, "We'll feed ourselves with our own hands, guided by our own minds and machines." The watermaker tells drought, "We will fight you." For the people watching, for the youthful engineers, for a generation told the world ignores them, the video is electric. You see someone who looks like you, maybe from a small dusty town, wielding technology that once belonged only to distant powers. You start to imagine a future where Africa isn't just a consumer of innovation, but its author. Where scarcity becomes a challenge to be solved, not a life sentence. Emotion crashes in. Hope, skepticism, excitement, and maybe even a little fear. Because real transformation is messy. The first trucks might falter. The drones may be small with limited range or capability. The water machine might struggle to scale up. Corruption, supply chains, raw materials, and maintenance, all these challenges threaten to trip up even the boldest of visions. And yet, every big leap in history started with this kind of contradiction. Think of past trailblazers. Their ideas were first whispered, then loudly insisted upon. The clean energy car was once a fantasy. Now it's on our streets. Drones were once toys or military tools. Now they pollinate fields and map forests. The world once declared many African ambitions impossible. Many still try to. With Traoré's unveiling, the world is watching. But inside Burkina Faso, in villages, cities, schools, and farm compounds, people are asking the real questions. Are these machines real? Will they last? Who owns them? Who will maintain them? Will they bring more equality or just deepen existing divisions? One thing you notice in these videos is that they don't feel cold. The camera lingers on children watching drones, on farmers smiling at the flow of water, on soldiers nodding in approval at the new truck. There's an emotional backbeat in every frame. It's not just about power, but about yearning. Not just a promise, but a sense of responsibility. As you sit back, the hum of that electric truck echoes in your mind. You wonder, when will we see real field tests, prototypes in remote regions? Will journalists get to inspect the guts, the batteries, the wiring, the software? Will universities and engineers inside Burkina Faso get the support to iterate, to fail, and to rebuild? You think of generations who were told, "You're too poor, too far away. The world's innovations will pass you by." But maybe what we're seeing is a powerful pushback against that narrative. Maybe this isn't the fully formed future, but the first bold strokes of it being painted. Machines that are yet to run, but a dream that is already in motion. When people talk about Africa rising, it often feels like a slogan, hopeful, but distant. Yet in moments like this, something shifts. Technological sovereignty isn't just about machines. It's about reclaiming the right to dream, design, and build without waiting for permission. For decades, the continent has relied on imports for almost everything. That dependency has quietly shaped how people see themselves as consumers instead of creators. Imagine the pride of seeing an electric truck rolling out of African soil, or a drone designed by local engineers lifting into the sky. It's more than progress. It's an identity taking form. Traoré's message taps into a deep hunger for independence that is not just political, but technological. It's a reminder that innovation doesn't belong to Silicon Valley or Shanghai alone. It can be born from the red earth of Burkina Faso. Across the continent, the younger generation is watching Traoré with wide eyes and restless hearts. For many, he represents something they've rarely seen, a leader who looks like them, talks like them, and dares to imagine a future not handed down from foreign powers. When he speaks of innovation and building with local minds, it sparks a powerful belief in the youth. These young people are not short of talent. They've just lacked platforms and resources. When they see these images, it sends a message louder than any speech. Your creativity matters. Your work can change your world. Youth empowerment isn't just about jobs. It's about restoring confidence. It's about telling a generation that the tools of progress, code, science, machines, belong to them too. If this story moved you, don't just scroll away. Be part of the conversation. Share your thoughts in the comments. What do you believe this means for Africa's future? Join our community that values truth, innovation, and empowerment. Subscribe for more stories that challenge the ordinary and reveal the power of vision and determination. Thank you for watching.